Hello everybody, welcome to another film news with me, your unlikely and somewhat unwilling host, JCH, Japan Camera Hunter. Sashiburi, which is Japanese for long time no see. I've been off a little bit, I've been taking some time off. I actually went on a trip to Hong Kong a little while back, which I will tell you a bit about later, and I'll show you some pictures from. I did a lot of shooting, I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I've been busy, lots been going on at JCH HQ, got some big plans for the future, I'll also tell you about that. But in the meantime, some amazing things have been happening in the film world and it's been really exciting. So I thought I'd share some film news with you all, and why don't we get straight into it? Yeah, the Widelux, that's right. First of all, we've got the Widelux, the project that was started by Jeff Bridges and Silver Grain Classics, and the wonderful people there. They have shown a prototype, which I'll show you up there. It is really cool that they're doing this. And some people have said, well, it'll never happen. It will happen. It is happening. I have spoken to them. It is working. They are working on it. It takes a very long time because they've had to do absolutely everything from scratch. Every single part. They couldn't buy anything off the shelf. Everything has been made. So they've had to basically deconstruct a Widelux and then make a new one, and with improvements along the way. So they released a prototype recently, which people have seen. It's on the website, it's on lots of websites, which is really cool. No information as to when this camera's coming and how much it's going to be, though I will tell you it's not going to be cheap. I mean, you're making a camera from scratch and it is a pretty impressive camera. It's going to cost a fair bit of money. But that is wonderful news. I'm really excited to see it. Hopefully I'll have enough money to actually buy one when it actually happens. But this is great. If you'd asked me about something like this 10 years ago, I would have laughed and said impossible, almost impossible. And they've done it and they've shown us that it can be done. So huge amount of kudos to Mr. Jeff Bridges and the wonderful people at Silver Grain Classics. Fantastic. If you aren't familiar with Silver Grain Classics magazine, by the way, you should go and get yourself familiar with it by going and getting a copy, because it is great and they are fantastic. They cover all of the world of film. It's brilliant. So on to the next thing. Now, let's see. I've got notes, by the way. I've got notes. So next up, Lomo have been busy. Lomo, the company that I used to poo-poo and say, oh, no, Lomo. Well, Lomo have shown us what it's all about, because they too, yes, they too have released a film camera, a new film camera, the MCA. Yeah, that's right. They've released a new film camera. This completely came out of left field. Actually happened while I was in Hong Kong, and I'm just like, whoa, hold on, what? I'm sorry, what? I thought maybe they'd rehashed one of their disposable cameras. No, this is a completely new camera. Yep, that's right. 32mm, f2.8, auto, manual, aperture priority, 1/500th top speed. It's got a screw for the filters. So you can put color filters on it. Exposure compensation, manual ISO override. What's not to like? They've actually done it. You know, this is wild, because this is something I really wanted to do. And if some of you might recall, I actually tried to make a film camera, 10 plus years ago, and I couldn't. I just couldn't do it. It was too expensive. It was going to cost me so much money and so many resources that I simply didn't have. And I must admit, yeah, there was a fair bit of hubris on my behalf, but you know, I couldn't ultimately do it, and they have. This is monumental. You know, we're seeing a sea change in film photography, and this is so important, because had people said this, people were saying, you know, oh, the end is nigh, film is dead. All of these things were being said these years ago, and now you're seeing new cameras. You know, you've had the Mint, you've had now you've got the Widelux, you've got the Lomo LCA, you've got the analog camera from Holland, you know, AF1. So very interesting things are happening in the world of film, and I'm really excited for it. I'm here for it. I'm seeing so many innovative people doing amazing things, and I really hope that I can sell these things or be involved, or at least try these things at some point in the future. I'd love to. So Lomo, I know you're not watching, but you maybe, if somebody at Lomo is, I'd love to try one. Yeah, I'd love to see one. It would be amazing if I could, so get in touch. Now, other big news, and this is important, is Kodak. Yeah, so Kodak changed the packaging and released Kodacolor. Kodacolor is cool, yes, very exciting stuff, but what's really important is, yeah, Kodak. What's really important is that Kodak are now working and distributing themselves as opposed to going through Kodak Alaris in the past. So now they're distributing directly, and this hopefully will reduce the prices of film to the consumer, which is a great thing. And it will mean that more film hopefully is available so they can focus on what they do, which is making film. So this is huge news. You know, there was a Kodacolor 200 and 400 or 200 which came out. Now they're changing the packaging on Ultramax and Gold. I'm sure they're probably going to do it on Portra and all that. And it's the classic Kodak designs too, which is really exciting. So I'm here for it. Good work, Kodak. I bought stock in Kodak. I'd like to think that that had something to do with it. But good work, Kodak. Well done. I'm really excited for you. I'd like to see so much more from you guys. It's about time we saw a 400 reversal film, perhaps. You know what I mean? You know, see if you can do that. Now, on to the next piece of news. This is an interesting piece of news. It's not film news necessarily, but it's an interesting product that I'd like to share. I don't have one because it's in a prototype stage, but it is the Panomicron Bismuth, which is a new lens that's being made by a friend of mine called Oscar Owenson. He is the guy, the mastermind, the genius behind Panomicron. I've known him since he was a teenager, literally, and he was a genius then. The guy is absolutely remarkable, and he's so passionate about it, and he's so smart. He was making his own film cameras when he was a teen. Anyway, he's now decided to make a lens, and he's making a 50mm 2.8 lens, which is a 1.5 anamorphic, no less, and it's M mount, and it's rangefinder coupled. Could there be more? It's based on the Elcan lenses, which were made by, or designed by Edwards, Mandler and Wagner. And so they wanted a compact, fast 50mm lens, and he is going to recreate that. He's going to be using Japanese glass. So he has a Kickstarter for this, and I really would love you to go and support that Kickstarter. It would mean a lot to me, it would mean a lot to him. He's got grand ideas. This guy is really smart. He makes some amazing things. His anamorphic adapters are fantastic. Definitely go and check that out. I'll put the link in. You can go and have a look at that. I'll put the link below and all that sort of thing. Definitely go and check out that Kickstarter. It is worth it. I don't usually support Kickstarters, but that's one, you know, I'd say get involved. Definitely get involved, because this kid, well, he's not a kid anymore. He's a grown-up now. He's an adult. He's going places, and the things he makes are going places. So I'm really excited for that for him. I hope he's very, very successful. Good luck to him. More film news, back to Lucky. So I've heard Lucky are now fully selling, distributing their 200 color film in China. It's available. And in other places too, I've seen people turn up with gift packages of the film. I'm still waiting for mine, Lucky. You know, it'd be nice to get one of those too, get in on the action. But yes, I've seen gift packages of the film. I've seen some samples of the film. It looks pretty interesting. It's not going to set the world on fire, but it is another film option, and it should be a cheap one too. And that's really important because we don't really have that many, we don't have any color film options that are cheap these days. So it would be nice to have a cheaper option. So I'm really excited to see that. Lucky, please send me some. I know you're watching because you've sent me some in the past, so I'd love some of that. Thank you. Now, speaking of film and the process, there is a new scanner, it seems, on the horizon. I've heard rumblings and I've seen the website. It's called Nokke. Nokke. It's not like Nokia, it's not, you know, pasta or anything. But the Nokke scanner. Now, this looks interesting because it is using a very similar technique for scanning as the Pacon. And the Pacon was a wonderful scanner, but became very outdated, and you had to boot camp it and all of this sort of thing. They have done a circular film scanner and it's got 4064 DPI, which is a ton of DPIs. And they've got 48-bit, yeah, 48 of those healthy, juicy bits, right? So yeah, this is going to be a really, really interesting scanner. I am very excited to see where this goes. They're saying it's future-proof and they've developed their own program interface for it as well so that you can scan. I'd be interested to see how that works. I'm sure it's probably going to be quite expensive. It does look like it's going to be quite expensive, but it is a serious bit of kit. And it's nice to see that some minds are actually putting effort into the scanner side of things, because scanner options are really, really limited. You've got old cool scans and flex tights and ice and things like that. Or you've got plus techs, which are all right, and flatbeds, which are all right, but there's not many great options. Yes, there are SLR scanners, you know, Negative Pro and Valoy and things like that. But that's a lot of faffing, and not everybody has the time for that. Not everybody has the space or the equipment for that. So to see something like that is quite exciting. I'm hoping for the best. I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes. So yeah, that's very exciting news. I hope to hear more from those guys, but we'll see how it goes. They seem to be pretty well in on the project so far. And yeah, quite exciting stuff. So that's pretty much it for the film news. But I've got a couple of things I want to show you and share with you before we go. One of them is that I went to Hong Kong and I shot with this, which is currently one of my favorite cameras in the whole wide world. I've made a video on this in the past, which you can check out. This is the Konica Gemba Kantoku, and this one's orange. I've got actually quite a few of these because I'm quite fond of them, and I get a bit carried away. But yeah, I've been getting into a lot of cheaper compacts lately. In fact, I've been buying quite a lot of cheap compacts lately and getting a bit silly, but this one's cool as well. This is the solar powered one, the Del Sol. But this is the Konica Gemba Kantoku. I took it to Hong Kong. I went to Hong Kong a couple of weeks ago, see old friends, see how things have changed, see the business, and things have changed in Hong Kong. A lot fewer, a lot less in terms of camera shops. You know, some of the ones I used to go to have gone, they've closed, some of the places have closed. But it's still nice to see there's still nice pockets of people and really good, and the shooting is so good there. So I took a bunch of photos, which I'm going to show you. You'll see as I'm talking. I hope you like them. Yeah, Hong Kong was fun. I hope to be back soon. I really do enjoy it there. I have a lot of friends there. I miss it, and it was a really pivotal place for me to go when I was starting JCH. It was important for me. I also met a couple of really important people while I was there who have given me some really good ideas for new products and things that I'm going to start working on for the future of JCH. That includes a physical shop, which won't be in Hong Kong, it will be in Tokyo, but I got a lot of encouragement from people while I was in Hong Kong about the idea of opening a physical shop in Tokyo, and I think that's something I'm going to be doing in the next year. I really hope you can come. I really hope you can come and support that. And if you would like to, you know, support it, come and buy a camera from me. Come and buy a camera or some lenses or something like that, because it helps me build towards making a new shop. Speaking of cameras that I will have for sale, hopefully soon, check out this. This is special. I saved the best bit, well, best bit to the end. I've saved this to the end. This is something really cool. This is a Hasselblad MKWE. Yes, this is a Machine Works extra wide or wide camera. It is a very, very special camera. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about this now because there is way too much to cover with it. I will do a separate video on this camera at some point in the near future, I hope. I also am going to have another video about some of these cameras and some of the other cameras that I've seen lately, and some of the cool stuff that I've seen lately. So keep on watching, keep on supporting the channel. Please make sure you do like and subscribe if you want to see dropping cameras. If you want to see me dropping cameras, no, if you want to see me talking about cameras and learn more, please make sure you like and subscribe. Do come and visit the shop, do come visit the website. Please come and buy a camera. I'd love it if you do that. Thank you all for watching. that was the end of film news, and I will see you again next time. Keep on shooting film. JCH out. Bye-bye.